As we mentioned earlier on, Dale is here with us. He's back with us and he's going to help us get over, as he puts it, the seasonal woes.
The seasonal woes,
the self-inflicted ones.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, all those kind of things are rife this time of year, aren't
Excellent.
they? So.
Well, you know what really comes with Christmas, I think, for a lot of people, is a lot of stress.
A lot of stress, kids under your feet, burning the turkey, all the rest of it, absolutely.
Yeah, I suppose it's the stress of actually organising the household and maybe kind of stress you bring on yourself as well. So, you have a cure in the form of these lovely bites.
These are my stress-busting Christmas cake bites.
Okay, what's in them?
Well, the real interesting ingredient here is coconut flour. This is actually a very, very high-protein flour. Actually helps to stabilise your blood sugar levels. One of the worst things you can do if you're feeling stressed out is have something very sugary. It will send you haywire.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay, is this relatively new
It's
coconut
a real
flour?
Cool, interesting new product to the market.
Okay,
also very high in magnesium.
Can I taste a tiny bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's literally, when they're making coconut oil, things like that, pressed all the oil out of the flesh, it's actually the protein that's left behind. And it's a wonderful baking flour. Loads and loads of magnesium in there as well. Magnesium works like a muscle relaxant, so it can actually help you to feel a bit more chilled out.
Excellent, help you sleep. You know what I take every day now? Actually, one of the girls, Gulna's in the office, swears by it, is a spoon of coconut.
The coconut oil.
Yes,
absolutely.
but it's the set one.
Yeah, there's some of that in there as well. I mean, that's...
It's great for a whole lot of omegas and all that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's got a very, very good fatty acid profile, but it's also a very good energy source. Your body doesn't store it, it actually utilises it as energy, so it's a good cooking fat.
So is it true what they say, that it actually helps burn fat?
No. It doesn't actually help
Darn,
burn fat.
that's why I was eating it.
What it is, because your body doesn't store it, it's a better choice of cooking fat for anyone that is obviously on a weight control diet.
Okay.
So
I know Jennifer Aniston is a big fan of all the, and you know, you see posh spies all the time drinking the coconut water because it's a great natural.
Love that stuff.
So do I.
Yeah, I mean it's very, very isotonic. It's got a very good electrolyte balance, so it can rehydrate you very quickly.
Okay, so remind us, these are lovely. I have to have a little taste.
Yeah, taste that. It's pure heaven.
Okay.
Just the flavour alone.
Remind us again of everything that's in there.
So there's oats in there, coconut flour.
It's lovely.
It's gorgeous, isn't it? Orange zest, orange juice.
I can taste the orange.
A jar of like you know, good quality, low sugar mince pie, mince meat. And some pumpkin seeds and a couple of eggs as well, and just baked.
And it's a treat.
Yeah.
Like it's not a horrible thing to eat, it's seriously
yeah,
lovely.
And it's sweetened with coconut sugar as well, so it's very, very low GI. It's not like it's got lots of white sugar and refined carbohydrate in it. It's a very, very healthy choice.
What a great stress buster. Okay, moving on to beetroot. Now, I know you you love beetroot.
I am a real beetroot advocate, yeah. It's definitely one of my top 5 foods.
Remind us what is so good for you, or why it's so good for you.
Well, especially for this time of the year, that deep purple colour pigment, that thing that stains everything it comes into contact with, that's a compound called beta-cyanin.
Okay.
Okay. Beta-cyanin has actually been shown to speed up certain chemical pathways in the liver that, amongst other things, break down and remove alcohol.
All right. So if you've overindulged a few glasses of wine too much, or probably foods as well, it's great for that.
Absolutely, absolutely. But also, beetroot is very, very high in nitrites. When we consume foods that are high in nitrites, the body converts it over into something called nitric oxide, which makes the walls of the blood vessels relax, and in doing so, takes blood pressure down.
Oh, excellent. So anyone with high blood pressure, beetroot is a great thing to eat.
I will add that it's only a transient effect. It doesn't, last forever. It maybe lasts a few hours, but it's a perfect example of the kind of foods that you can add to your daily regime to actually be helpful.
Now, you've made this lovely tartlet. Tell us about it.
Caramelised red onion, beetroot, and feta cheese tart. One of my absolute favourites. They'll cut a little piece off. You want to give it a try.
Tell me, what is the pastry? Is it puff pastry or?
It's just a puff pastry. Yeah.
Okay. Did you make the pastry yourself?
Not today.
Ha, ha. I knew there was one way I'd catch you sometime.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, but you can if you wish, or you don't need to. But really, it's the beetroot we're concentrating on here.
Absolutely.
Oh, lovely.
It's amazing, isn't it?
It's beautiful. It's really not. That could be a meal.
It is, yeah, absolutely, with like a nice rocket salad and some roasted vegetables or something. It's great.
Very good. Now, I'm a big fan of ginger. Of course, it's lovely and warming, and it's great for colds and flus and all that. But we're looking at it for another thing this year.
Yeah, nausea. Obviously, if you've stuffed yourself stupid with so much food, you're going to feel a little bit queasy afterwards. Ginger is wonderful for settling the stomach. Got a really, really good track record here. It's been used for things like travel sickness, morning sickness, and general nausea as well. Just brewed it into a simple tea here. You just cut the root into slices.
And you've left, I've noticed you've left the skin on.
Yeah, you're not going to be consuming the root. It's actually just being turned into an infusion.
It's lovely.
And it's the oils in there, the spicy oils, that can actually settle the stomach.
Brilliant. Okay, so that's the ginger. So you can just sip away.
Yeah.
Now, fennel.
Fennel, right. The other thing this time of year is bloating.
From overindulging.
Too much to eat, you're going to feel really, really bloated, really sluggish. Fennel is, as a herbalist, it's what I would call a carminative.
Explain what that means.
Carminative basically helps to dispel gas and bloating. It does that by relaxing the gut wall.
Okay.
The volatile oils in there, the thing that actually give it that strong aniseedy flavour, can actually relax the musculature of the gut wall, so it can help things to move along on their natural course more effectively.
And how have you... I'm not wild about fennel, just kind of tasting
this is a garlic roast fennel.
Okay, so what did you do? You just chopped it all up?
Yeah, just chopped it really, really coarsely, drizzled olive oil over it, cloves of garlic. Just smash the garlic and throw it in. Don't even need to chop it up. Just roast it all together.
I mean, you're either you're mad with fennel or you're not.
It's a very strong flavour. It does have that aniseedy sort of flavour going on, but... You know
what I love? I love the
right
smell of fennel because I love that
beautiful.
licoricey smell, and I love the kind of leaves.
Yeah, like these fuzzy
yes,
tops.
I love. And I'd eat those. Can you eat those? Because I like eating those, chewing those.
They're great in sauces for fish as well.
Okay, so I could just eat that part.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
and that's still got the same effect. As long as you can taste that aniseedy flavour, then you know that active chemistry is actually going to be there. A lot of people use the seeds.
Okay. Now, fennel is one ingredient you often see in these preparations that are made for detoxing, which brings us on to a headline we saw in the paper, which is really, really interesting. This headline, it says the dangerous detox delusion, and basically what it's saying is a scientist, a biochemist, has said that it's a whole load of nonsense. You don't have to go out and buy these detox preparations, that you can just include certain foods in your diet, and that's fine.
Let me tell you, the body is absolutely perfect at detoxifying itself. You don't need a magic potion to do it. Obviously, you need to lead a lifestyle that stops you kind of getting in that state in the first place. So, you know, as long as you're eating decent food, you're exercising, you're drinking water, your body's going to get on with it.
You don't need to.
Yeah, I agree with it.
And 100%. I suppose, as you say here, if you include a bit of beetroot, fennel and that type of thing in your diet, then you wouldn't have to go on this big detox after Christmas.
No, absolutely.
Okay, very good. Dale. God, I should stick with you more, and I'll tell you, I would never overindulge in anything. Okay, Dale, luckily for us, is staying with us today. You're going to answer a lot of questions.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, great. I know we have some viewers' questions in already. One question I think is Lorraine from Mallow. She got in touch with us during the week because we were saying you'd be on. She was wondering what foods to avoid if you've got sinus.
Right, there's no evidence to show that a specific food can cause a sinus issue. It could be anything. It could be a food sensitivity. It could be an environmental element. The thing to look at is foods that can actually be beneficial. Things like chili, horseradish, wasabi, ginger, they can always be quite useful if you do get like an inflamed sinus.
So is that like something quite warming? Is that how they work? Or?
Well, most of them have quite strong anti-inflammatory compounds. Because all that's going on is those mucous membranes that line the sinuses have become inflamed, makes the airway blocked, and you can get a build-up of pressure.
What about something like ginger? Would that help as well?
Ginger's a great example.
Okay, very good. All right, Dale, you're going to answer a lot more questions later. And don't forget, it's not too late to get your questions into Dale. We're going to do that at about 25 to 5. If you have an ailment or a condition that you're worried about and you're wondering what foods to eat or indeed what foods to avoid, do get in touch with us now. And Dale will add to the 8 million questions that he already has, and he will endeavour to answer all of those later.
Absolutely.
Thanks very much, Dale. Here's how to do it.